Hi, I'm Dave Paris. This is Thousand Hills Retreat Center, and welcome to Testimony Tuesday. So before I start this video, I just want to give a little disclaimer here. Some of the things that I am going to talk about are of a little bit more of a mature nature. Also, I will say that for some people that I know that are close to me, sharing parts of my testimony may be uncomfortable or upsetting to them. For that, I am sorry. I'm sorry that it makes you uncomfortable, or that it might be upsetting to you, but I feel that it has to be shared. So, yeah, let's get started. So, my testimony. I grew up in a home where we went to church pretty much every Sunday. We were part of youth group and kids choir and all kinds of other stuff. My parents had us involved in Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts and stuff, and we went on family vacations and family trips and stuff. We went camping. So my childhood was not abnormal for the most part. Wasn't terrible, I had parents who loved me and really cared about how I was raised up. But every family has their problems, and mine had their fair share. My mom and dad always fought. I don't remember a time when my mom and dad didn't fight. My house was just constant chaos and turmoil. There was good times, okay, but there was a lot of turmoil and a lot of fighting and yelling, and there was times where I was woken up in the middle of the night as a young kid, and we would get shuffled to the car and we'd spend the night with my grandmother, and never really understood why. Didn't know what was going on. Still don't know what was actually going on at that time. So this was like this my entire life, and it negatively impacted me. Both my parents were terrible with money, and finances always put a strain on a marriage, but there was other stuff there too, and I'm not real sure all of what that was, but I really struggled with it mentally for a long time, and a lot of my family doesn't even know that I battled with depression as a very, very young kid, to the point of my family went and saw a counselor, and that didn't really work out, but by the time I was 12 years old, I actually tried to commit suicide. Never told my family about it. They may not even still know. But I struggled for a long time mentally, and I don't know, as a kid you always want this, like, the happy stuff and a good solid family and security, and I mean, if I'm honest, it just wasn't there. Um, you know, I we had a good home where mom and dad were present and things like that, but it was, like I said, it was just constant chaos, you know, and constant fighting. I don't remember a time when my mom and dad were affectionate toward each other. I never saw them hug. I never saw them kiss. Um, so that was weird. You know, looking back on it, it was weird. Um, it's amazing what you see as normal when you don't really know anything else. So as time progressed, you know, I got to be about 14, and I started hanging out with people way older than me, and lots of drinking and uh, smoking, smoking pot, and just partying. And it's weird, you know, man, because I would spend the night with friends, you know, and I would be gone for a couple of days. Um, and I don't, honestly, I don't know how I made it through high school. Uh, by the grace of God, really. Um, Fast forward to after graduation, I was partying a lot. Um, got arrested when I was 20 for a DUI. Um, During all that stuff early on in my childhood and stuff, I got introduced to pornography, and struggled with that for a really, really, really long time. And just all that did was make me feel more and more empty. And So yeah, then at 20, I got arrested for a DUI, and spent a night in jail, and just made bad decision after bad decision. When I turned 21, it was all about drinking in bars, and I actually became a bouncer in a nightclub, and you know, that was just for the drinking and the girls and the fighting, because I liked to fight. I liked chaos. It's what felt normal to me. Um, so after about 2 years or so, 2 or 3 years of that, I really got tired of getting my head whacked every night, and just having no direction in my life. This was right when September 11th happened. I remember waking up. I was hungover from the night before, working at the club, and watched a plane hit the World Trade Center, and it made me really angry, and really kind of chewed on that for a couple months, and stuff at home was still just not good at all. And I remember very specifically getting into an argument with my mom. I don't even remember what it was about, but it was bad, and I said, I am done, and I walked out and got my car, my truck, whatever, and took off. And I found myself driving to a recruiter station, and I joined the Army. In January of 2002, I was loaded on a bus and went to Fort Knox, and I became a tanker. I spent about 6 months in basic training for an AIT, and that really kind of shaped some things for me. It made me, it changed my attitude and my mind, for the better, but there was still some stuff there that I hadn't dealt with, and lots of anger. So then I was shipped out to Fort Irwin, California at the NTC. And there, I think I was, didn't even realize it, but I was always looking for some brothers, you know, somebody that would have my back and not put me down or ridicule me or you know, those things. You still get that in the Army, but it's different. It's just it's different. And those guys, when you lock in with those guys and train together and stuff, like live with these guys day in, day out, you form a bond that the average civilian, citizen, whatever, just doesn't understand. And you can't explain it. I love those guys. Still in contact with a lot of them. Eric Luce and Grant Covert and Lance Walters. Man, I love you guys. And if you get to watch this, just know that I love you guys, man. You guys are special people. You really helped me through some really hard times. But anyway, long story short, there was lots of drinking in the Army, of course, lots of partying, lots of good training and things like that. But yeah, lots of partying and you know, still struggling with that porn stuff and just making bad decisions, and not really distancing myself from anything that looked like faith. But you know, right before I joined the Army, I started working on my relationship with my dad. It was bad for quite a while. It was really rocky, and there's some stuff there, man, that I don't have time to go into here, but for a long time my relationship with my dad was not good, because of some of the influences and things in my family. But you know, I graduated high school, and my dad and we started working on our relationship, and it got way better, and I gained a great respect for my dad, with as messed up as some of the things that he did were, and some of his bad choices and stuff like that. I loved my dad, and we started having a really good relationship. Well, all that to be said, fast forward, you know, my mom wound up having strokes, and you know, I can't remember whether that was before or after this, but my dad, the last time I ever talked to my dad was on my birthday, March 5th, 2004. And the next day, my dad was standing in an auto parts counter, and died of a massive heart attack. And it wrecked me. I mean, it tanked me, because here I was really trying to repair that relationship and grow closer to him, and we really started forming a strong bond, you know. And for years I struggled with the fact, or the question, I guess, that did he know that I loved him? I know that he loved me, but did he know that I truly loved him? And the question that really stuck out in my mind was, when I hung up that day, that last time that I talked to him, did I tell him that I loved him? Because I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember. And it haunted me for a long time. So my grandfather had died about 3 months before that, almost to the day. And he was somebody that I really looked up to, spent a lot of time with. All my summers were spent with my grandfather and my aunt and uncle and my cousins on his farm, and just really enjoyed it. And that was a place where I found peace, and I found joy. So, the Army decided, with everything that was going on, that it would be a good idea for me to come home and make sure that my mom was taken care of. And I spent the rest of my time at Fort Knox while my guys deployed to Iraq. And I really beat myself up over that for quite a while, that I didn't go with those guys. It's still one of my biggest regrets. But God had a plan, and in 2006, I got out of the Army and stepped back into the civilian world, and things only got worse. My drinking picked up, and I was making bad choices, and smoking weed with buddies, and just doing really stupid stuff, making bad decisions. And it was pornography and strip clubs and drinking and smoking weed on the golf course and all kinds of just really stupid decisions, and lots of selfishness, just sin. And I felt worthless, and I was angry, and just didn't know what to do. So I contemplated suicide again, and thank God for my cousin Chris Sanford. Chris, I love you, brother. He is the one who led me to Christ. So it was Easter Sunday of, I believe it was 2007. And, I was probably nursing a hangover then, but my grandmother wanted us to all go to church together, and then go out to Easter lunch or whatever. So we went to this restaurant, and my cousin, who I had partied with in the past, wild, crazy guy, he told me, "Hey man, I've become a Christian." And I almost laughed, because I was like, yeah, right. Here's this guy that partied harder than I did, partied way harder than I ever did. So he started telling me his story and sharing his testimony with me. And I don't know, man, something snapped. And I think in that moment, I realized how lost I was, and how much I needed Jesus. So that night, after going home and just a crazy day, I laid down in bed, and I couldn't get anything off my mind that had happened. And I just broke down, and I said, "God, if you still want me, if you can still use me, I'm in. I'm yours." And the next day I got up and went to work. I was working for a rental company that rented out box trucks. And it's just a weird thing, because I always listen to the radio in the morning, had me a cigarette and listen to the radio in the morning as I was cleaning these trucks, and that morning when I turned on the radio, the only thing that would come on was Christian music. It's just the weirdest thing, you know, because I always got really good reception in that wash bay, you know, and nothing would come in but Christian music. So I scanned through the channels trying to find something else, and couldn't. And every song that I heard was about grace and mercy, and I just couldn't get it out of my head. So right there in a dirty, wet, nasty wash bay, I hit my knees and I repented of my sins, and shortly thereafter I was baptized. I'm not going to tell you that it was all sunshine and roses. From there, there was times where I fell back into sin, but there came a point where I gave it all up, and I repented and repented and repented, and I came to saving faith in Jesus Christ. And my life has never been the same since. Look, I still struggle with things from time to time, but I am walking in grace. I am walking in great joy to know Jesus. I married this beautiful woman who is the most godly woman I've ever met, with the strongest integrity I've ever seen, with deep convictions, and God has blessed me with the opportunity to serve Him alongside her. And I have overcome certain things, and I'm still overcoming other things. It's a daily fight. It never stops. But I'm covered by the blood of Jesus Christ. And there's no greater joy than that. So I hope that this testimony was somewhat beneficial for you. I pray that it gives you hope. And if you need to talk to somebody about Jesus Christ, if there's questions in your mind, or if there's that itch, that scratch, man, don't let it slip. Today's the day. The Bible says today is the day of salvation. Man, talk to God. As I have done in the past, I'll challenge you today. If you're not a believer, I challenge you, I dare you. Just close your eyes and pray and say, God, if you're real, show me. If you want me, God, show me. He's going to answer. Fair warning, He's going to answer. So, guys, I love you. I'm praying for you. And if you would like to, if you're a Bible-believing, baptized believer, and you would like to share your testimony on one of our videos, reach out to us. I would love to hear your story and see if we can't get you to make a video with us. So we love you. We're praying for you. Go be a light.